Four Pakistani F-16 fighter jets, in an astonishing move, flew stacked on top of each other, successfully fooling the Indian radar. They approached the border and quickly formed an attack formation. Suddenly, the two F-16s multiplied into 8, while India only sent up 2 MiG-21s to intercept. The Indian commander was stunned and immediately sounded the air defense alarm. Several Mirage fighters quickly took to the skies to engage, but the Pakistani F-16s had already fired missiles at the MiG-21s. The MiG-21s swiftly maneuvered to evade and released decoys that detonated the incoming missiles. At the same time, a formation of Tejas and Mirage fighters finally arrived on the scene and engaged the Pakistani F-16s in a high-speed aerial chase. The Indian Air Force, seemingly invincible in their movies, easily took out 3 F-16s. But then, the early warning aircraft detected 2 Pakistani bombers on the other side, escorted by F-16s, rapidly heading for the border to destroy the tunnel leading to Kashmir. The commander urgently ordered the squadron leader, who was already in combat, to intercept the bombers alone. The leader, upon receiving the mission, immediately accelerated his jet to 1 Mach and flew full speed toward the bomber formation. But at that moment, an F-16 caught up from behind, locked onto the leader, and fired 2 missiles. Just as it seemed the leader's plane would be hit, a teammate arrived in the nick of time, taking the missiles and crashing into the ground. By then, the Pakistani bombers had crossed the border, and the situation was extremely critical. The leader executed a roll, setting his altitude to just 20 meters above the ground, and then dived at supersonic speed, exceeding 1 Mach. As he got closer to the ground, he quickly pulled up the control stick, but the plane, traveling too fast, didn't respond. Just when it seemed he would crash, the plane suddenly shot upward, skimming the valley in an extreme low-altitude flight. The escorting F-16s immediately turned and fired multiple missiles, but the leader's altitude was too low for the missiles to lock on. Meanwhile, the bombers had reached the tunnel and dropped 2 bombs. Seeing the bombs about to hit the target, the leader made a bold decision. He single-handedly took on the entire Pakistani formation, using his cannon to shoot down the laser-guided F-16, causing the bombs to miss the tunnel and explode on a nearby hillside. Then, the leader began a frantic escape, diving into the valley and disappearing from radar. Everyone thought he had been killed, but suddenly, his plane reappeared on radar. He had successfully shaken off the F-16s, crossed the border, and returned to base. Once again, in their own air combat movie, the Indian forces emerged victorious.